Hi, I'm Commissioner Nancy Jester, and welcome to Nancy Jester Reports for January 26, 2016. I'm going to give you the highlights of our Board of Commissioners meeting in a minute, but first I want to go over that I was at the DeKalb delegation meeting yesterday. Actually, I was there with Stan. It was his birthday, so I want to wish Stan Jester a happy birthday. Attending that meeting, we saw that Representative Tom Taylor is putting forth a bill, a general bill, that will change the millage rate cap for school taxes. Right now we have a cap of 25, and this would bring it in line with almost every other district in the state and what is in our state constitution, which is a 20 mil cap. If all the other school districts can operate under that, I think that DeKalb could as well. We right now are at 23.73 mils, so if this passes, that would be at a minimum a 3.73 mil reduction for everyone. And of course, school taxes don't get the benefit of having the assessment freeze applied to them. So this is a big deal for DeKalb County taxpayers and a big relief. The reason that DeKalb had the 5 extra mills versus just being at 20 was because many years ago DeKalb was responsible for a college, maintaining DeKalb College. That has long since been under the Regent system, so that extra 5 mils of funding needs to be removed from the school district so that, again, they are operating like every other district is under the 20 mils. So on to the Board of Commissioners meeting. We had a great presentation about Commissioner Kathy Gannon's food drive, and what's really terrific about her food drive this year is that collection locations will be at all of the libraries. So if you want to take a donation, there will be bins that you can put your non-perishable food donations. They'll go to the Atlanta Food Bank, and I commend Commissioner Gannon on this wonderful event that she does annually. We approved a number of expenditures during the meeting, and perhaps one of the most interesting things we talked about at the meeting was economic development in South DeKalb. And there were just some great, robust dialogue about how to revitalize areas that are badly in need of investment and revitalization. So I want to connect this to something else that was very important about the meeting. We're in budget season, so later in February we'll be voting on a budget. But today at public comment time, our first responders came. We saw and heard from firefighters and police officers some very poignant testimony about their struggles and their concerns about the way they're compensated in DeKalb County. And I am proud that the board extended public comment time so that more of them would get to speak and we could hear their stories. I thought they were very powerful and very moving. Both the fire and police were there, and I also want to include our 911 operators in there because those folks do a great job for us as well. So economic development is linked to public safety. If people don't feel safe, you're not going to have the necessary and sufficient conditions to have robust regenerative economic development. So we have got to take care of our heroes. They take care of us, and we really have to prioritize that. So that's a top priority for me as we do the 2016 budget. Another issue is, again, basic services. This is also an economic development issue. Of course, police and fire, these are basic services we need to do well, but sanitation and code enforcement, these are basic services of the county. And we finally were able to take action on Brandon Hill. That's the condo complex down in South DeKalb that has just had dumping problems, trash problems, it's got burned out buildings and homeless people, squatters, and all kinds of crime, as well as, some folks living in habitable buildings there. And so we are taking action today. It was a unified action, and I commend the leadership in DeKalb. Once Brandon Hills has been festering for a long time, and people have tried to do some things, and they've held meetings, but very little had been accomplished. When my office highlighted what was going on in Brandon Hill, it brought it back to the forefront, and I commend leadership in DeKalb. I commend Lee May and Zach Williams, our Chief Operating Officer in DeKalb. They took action. They sat down with the county legal department and said, this must stop. So I'm very proud of the action that we've taken today to be able to go in there and remediate some of the trash and public hazard conditions. So I look forward to that going through to the court and getting permission for the county to go in and do those things. So that's my update for January 26, 2016, and come back next Tuesday and I'll let you know what happened at the next board meeting. Thanks so much.